What's up, cuties? Welcome back to my channel. So I have another video for you guys, something different today. I did have my hair review for you all, so I hope you go ahead and watch that for this beautiful hair. So if you like that, make sure you when you like this, make sure you go ahead and watch that video, and the link will be down below in that video. So yes, today is the story time, ladies. I thought I'd tell this story because a lot of people are dealing with like some, so-called friends, fake friends, and like malicious females and stuff. Before I get started with this story time, just be careful what you say to people, what you tell people. You never know what people's agendas are. You don't know what they're plotting against you. Even if they're like your closest friend, you just don't know. People will turn. So if it's something really private, even if it's like your bestie, like y'all tight like this, some things are better left unsaid because, it's just, you don't want your business spread. You don't want things that could go against you, and, people can use things against you and, tear you down that way. So just make sure you don't tell people certain things and keep people out your business. People need to know about your sex life, about what you and your man do in the bedroom, all of that other stuff. It's just like some stuff is just for you to know. But yes, let's get started. So I had this bitter friend, right? Let's call her Lisa, and she probably watches this video because she's a stalker, okay? Like, she's a big time stalker here on YouTube. So yeah, and she's the one that's liking my videos. So hi, stalker. But anyway, so this video is mainly about how she tried to break me and my husband up. He was my fiance, at the time, but we ended up getting married despite her malicious ways. So basically, I met this girl in elementary, and she befriended me because I'm the type, I've been quiet since I was a little girl. I don't really speak much. I don't really have a lot to say. I just kind of stay in my own zone, and if I like you, I like you, and that's just what it is. I've really never picked any of my friends. They just kind of fell into my lap. But basically, we was friends. We used to hang out. Everything was cool when we was growing up, little kids. Then she left off for high school. We went to two separate high schools. I didn't know who she grew into be. I didn't know her personality. I didn't know anything about her, like as far as what she stood for, her morals and standards and all of that. I didn't know what type of person she was. So after high school, she popped up over my house. She came over my house in Oak Park in Detroit or whatever, in the suburbs, and she was looking for me and everything. I was off at college up at Baker College in Owasso, and my mom called me like, your friend Lisa came by and she wants to see you. So when I came back home from college, I seen her. We were thick as thieves, was hanging out every weekend. I like to party. I still like to party, not as much, but we was hanging out, and it was good. We was having a good time. We was doing things teenagers do. We was in our 20s. We was having a ball. But things went left when we started bringing men around each other, and well, she brought this particular guy around me, and it was her boyfriend, and she would always complain about how he was and how she didn't like certain things, and I told her, I don't like him for you. So long story short, her boyfriend tried to hit on me. He called me on my phone looking for her, and he was like, why don't you come over? Because they were into it. They had got beefed out, and they got into it, and he was like, why don't you come over and keep me company? And I was like, no, Lisa would kill me. This is my exact words. I said, no, Lisa would kill me. I would never do that. So I didn't tell Lisa right away. I called my mom when she was living, and I said, Mom, Lisa's boyfriend just asked me to come over. Should I tell her? My mom was like, no, don't tell Lisa about anything. You know, she has how she is over her men. So I listened to my mom. I'm 20 something years old, early 20s. So I'm like, mom's advice has to be the best advice. So I didn't say anything. She confronted me at work. She was like, oh, he said you were nasty. He didn't want you. He would never mess with your fat ass. And I'm like, well, that's funny because obviously he did. He wanted me to come over, which I'm not trying to gloat on that, but it's just like, don't try to make me seem like I'm not shit because, you know, you feel insecure about yourself and, you know, you feel upset because he tried to talk to me and you was mad about it. So I guess she felt like she, you know, I ruined something for her, which she felt like I was going behind her back, which I wasn't because I didn't tell her right away. But in the end, you know, I guess I should have told her, and I regret that I didn't tell her, but I was listening to my mom, and I felt like she probably wouldn't even believe me anyways, or he probably would have like twisted the story around and told her, no, oh, she did this, she told me to come over, or just kind of twisted the story around. So I was just like, whatever, I don't really care. So, I ended up being with my boyfriend for like, we was together for like 5 years. It was going on 5 years when he proposed to me on December 17th. I think it was December 16th it was. And he basically proposed. Everything was good. So one day, out of nowhere, a couple years ago, she hit me up and she's like, we just got to talking, like girl talk and stuff. You know how you chit chat with your girls and tell them certain things, like, oh yeah, I kissed him, and you air all your dirty laundry out, like thinking that she wouldn't tell, or say that you have no mindset of her thinking that she's going to gather information to run back to tell your future husband all of this dirt, which I've already told him. So it was like she wasn't achieving anything, really, because I've always been honest and upfront with her. So she decided to tell him all of everything that I told her, and most of it was true. Then she fabricated some lies in there and told a different story. So this was what was said. She said, oh yeah, she used to go to Seafood Mondays, and this is a little place I love. It's my little spot. I go to get crab legs. And she's like, oh yeah, and she was leaving the bowling alley going to hook up with dudes, which I was. But the thing about me is I'm upfront with niggas. I tell dudes how it is. This was when we first started talking, I was doing all this. I told him I did not want to be in a relationship and I will cheat on you. He still decided that he begged me to be with him, and I'm like, this is not going to work. And I felt so sorry, so I was with him anyways. And I just wanted to be a teenager and do me and date. So I would leave from the bowling alley and meet up with other dudes and have fun and do what the fuck I wanted to do, because that's what I wanted to do, and I was upfront with him, so it was no secrets, you know. And if he would have found out, I would have told him. Like, it didn't matter, and he ended up knowing anyways. She just went on and made up another fabricated lie and said, oh, and she used to talk to my brother, but he said he didn't like her, or some stuff like that. So I texted her because I knew it was her, because nobody else knew this except for 2 people, and I never really even told him. I'm sure she told him, so that's how he would have known. So it's like, okay, she's really trying to play hardball here. So I'm just like, okay. I text her and I was like, oh, so you trying to break us up? I'm like, but I still got my ring though, so you didn't accomplish nothing. You're bitter because you feel like I wanted your man. I want nothing that you touch, boo, at all. Anything that wants you, I wouldn't dare touch. That's just a girl code. Like, you don't touch anybody that your girl touched. That's gross. Like, that's filthy. I would never do that. Like, no, I didn't even like him for you, and you think I'm gonna go behind your dirty ass and touch him? No, boo, I'm much better than that. So my husband had it, well, my fiance at the time had it inbox, and there's no secrets here. There's no locking phones. There's no locking passwords on Facebook. I know everything. So I'll go in there looking, just to look and check out some funny stuff we said back and forth. And I find that, and I'm like, oh, that's when I hit her up. She didn't say nothing. She got quiet. She didn't deny it. She knew she did it. She was like, ha, 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 like, in no sense, like, she got what she wanted, because I guess she thought she was tearing down a happy home, but boo, you didn't. You really didn't. So, yeah. So she ended up having a baby shower, and, well, she had her wedding first, and she got married 2 days later. I didn't come to her baby shower. She got so many people against me, don't like me. Why would I come to your wedding? So you feel like you just want to, like, shine on me, or just kind of like compete, because she never thought about marriage until I told her I was getting married to my husband. And all of a sudden, oh, I'm getting married, like, oh, you know, compete, you know, trying to compete. And I really didn't care. Like, okay, whatever, you know, I was happy for her. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to your wedding though, because we was never on the terms where we was really cool yet. Like, when we got back real tight again. So I felt like, since she turned so many people against me that we was going to be at the wedding, I didn't want that extra, like, attention towards me, and negative attention, so I didn't go. And we've been on each other since little girls, but I'm not fake. I'm not about to be there, and I'm not wanted there, just to show I can see you, like, gloat in front of me, which you couldn't. That's the crazy part. I would have been happy for you genuinely. Like, I wouldn't have came just to hate or anything, to be nosy. I'm just not going because I don't want to be there, because I know I'm not liked. But so she called me 3 days later. Actually, like, it probably was the next day. On her wedding, I was at Red Lobster with my husband, enjoying a nice, good lobster dinner while she was getting married. Yes, I was. But my thing is, why are you calling me a day after your wedding saying that, oh, your fat ass was at Red Lobster? Why are you even checking for me on your wedding? Your wedding is supposed to be about you and your fiance and or your husband, and y'all supposed to be having a happy time, planning a honeymoon. It don't matter who came to your wedding. It could have been one person there. You're not supposed to be focused about who came. You're supposed to be focused on your partner and being happy. She called me like, oh, you fat bitch, you was not there. And we just got into a big ass conversation and scuffled over some words that we was talking about, and we was just going in on each other. And I just asked her, I said, are you happy? You can't be happy. You calling my phone about why I wasn't at your wedding when you know why I wasn't there. And so you gonna try to check me and insult me? Bitch, you are miserable. So, yeah. Then after that, she moved across the country because she thinks I don't talk to my friends. That she basically made friends with all of my friends and tried to turn everyone against me. And it worked. It really worked. I don't think it needs my friends. They turned against me to be friends with her. And one of my friends, I call her my best friend from college. I'm gonna call her Betty. She apologized recently and was like, I'm sorry, I had no business talking about you. I just was, I had no reason. I was young. She said she was young, but I feel like it was old enough to know. I just took it and said, okay, whatever. But yeah, she took all my friends, and just like, it's like she wanted to be me. It was really weird and crazy and chaotic, our friendship was. So she moved across the country, which my friend told me about, in good riddance, really. I don't wish her any bad luck or anything like that. I wish the best for her, even though she tried to ruin my life. I'm so sure that she's not happy in whatever she's doing, because she tried to break down somebody else and tear somebody else down on the most happiest, that's supposed to be the most happiest day of her life, bitter and evil. So just beware of females in general, especially with black females. We gotta do better. We tear each other down and we talk shit about each other and we compete with each other instead of being happy, and we get in fights over men, and it's just ridiculous. Like, really, we supposed to empower each other, love each other. This is why I have a YouTube channel. I love to empower women to be beautiful. I never come on my channel with anything negative. I never really talk bad about anyone. I've been a good friend to every one of my friends, give or take. I may have done something to her, Lisa, maybe like as far as we went to Canada one time, and we said that we were going to split the money if I won the dance competition, which I won a dance competition. But I asked her, like, can I keep this for my phone bill, because I don't really have no money. We was teenagers and we was scuffling for money because we didn't really have no big time jobs like that. We was still young, and she didn't understand, so she just got pissed and was being childish about it. So that was just the end. But just be mindful who you keep in your company. If you got people that's trying to just constantly come into your life, like say people from work or just new friends, not saying don't befriend them. Watch out, watch your back. You never know who is here to like harm you, what their agenda is, or anything. So just be mindful. So that's my story. Hope you watched to the end. If you watched to the end, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, have you had anything similar to this happen to you? How did it affect you? What did you do? Are you still with that someone that they tried to break you up with? How are you dealing with some friends now that may be fake to you, or you feeling like they fake? How are you going to deal with the situation? Sometimes you just got to let go. Or try to rebuild it. It's hard to rebuild someone's trust when they totally stabbed you in the back. You still gonna have that in the back of your mind, like, I wonder if they still talking shit about me to the next person. I wonder if this and that. And if you feel like that, then you don't need to be friends with them. That's it, ladies. Thumbs up for this video, comment, like, subscribe. I love you guys. Bye-bye.